Monday morning, the most wonderful time of the week. Not. These students were taken from their comfortable weekends back at home and thrust back into Palatine for another week of school. Most of them were still asleep that morning when they got a rude awakening. Several students were jolted awake when, instead of Professor Skul's deep voice, they heard a higher-pitched male voice shout, "Good morning, future Pokemon trainers!" It was Professor WITTZ, the staff's resident Tom girl. Even though he was a guy, he was also a lover of flowers, butterflies, and romance novels, and he had a lesson for these kids. "My name is Professor J. WITTZ," he said as he made his way to the front. "But you can call me Professor WITTZ or J or my man WITTZ or LL Cool J or whatever you want. I'm sorry, but Professor Skul will not be able to make it today. I may or may not have tied him up and thrown him in the storage closet. Just kidding. He's off in my class teaching about electric types. The same way I will be teaching you about bug types. Now, I have something for you." He unraveled a huge poster covered in pictures of bug-type Pokemon and stuck it on the board. "It's my bug-type Pokemon photo collection," he said. "Let me point out my favorites. Let's see. There's Butterfree, Beautifly, and Vivian, but not Dustox. Those are icky." "Those seem kind of girly, don't they?" Janelle blurted out. "Real men like girly things," Professor WITTZ shouted. Then he said, "Now, let's talk about bug types. Many bug types are dual types. The most common secondary types for bugs are flying, grass, and poison, but there are a wide variety of others." Amber raised her hand. "Yes, Amber, I know there are also many single-type bugs also," Professor WITTZ said. "I did not forget about that. Now let us expose the bug's greatest enemy." He pulled out a match box, struck a match. Fire. "Allow me to demonstrate. Does anyone here have a bug-type Pokemon I can borrow?" At that exact moment, Umbreon sprang up and shouted, "Mr. WITTZ, are you insane?" "No," Professor WITTZ said. "I'm just giving a demonstration." "By burning other people's Pokemon?" "She's right," Amber said. "This totally goes against the Pokemon Anti-Abuse Act of 1967. Don't bring 1967 into this," WITTZ snapped. "I'm just saying you're required by law to give a better demonstration. I've had enough of your sass, Marwin." Bruce stood up. "Hey, you can't talk to Amber like that." This soon escalated into a huge argument involving the vast majority of the class. The students argued not to burn a Pokemon, but Professor WITTZ tried to justify his demonstration. He would later tell his colleagues in the staff lounge that it was fantastic. Amidst all the yelling, Wally piped up, "Excuse me, Mr. LL Cool J, sir?" Almost immediately, Professor WITTZ and the whole class turned to him and yelled, "What?" "Can I go use the bathroom?" Professor WITTZ sighed. "Fine." Wally scurried out of the room. "You kids win this round," Professor WITTZ said as he blew out the match. "But you can't escape the bug's second greatest enemy, flying type."